Let's Nightfall, episode 16, and this week's Nightfall is the Dust Palace. It's another very easy solo this week, so if you are under light, I would highly suggest getting in here if you had been holding off the last couple Nightfalls. The modifiers are Epic, Voidburn, Berserk, Ironclad, and Catapult. As far as setups go, for your primary, I would just use whatever you want, whatever your favorite primary is. For secondary, I would use a sniper, though I will be switching back and forth between that and a shotgun throughout the strike. As far as heavy goes, I'm going to be rocking Truth up until the 3 Scions, and then I will be switching to Dark Drinker. If you don't have access to those, it's perfectly fine. It's obviously very helpful to have one of those weapons, but it's not really that big of a difference. It will prolong the strike, though, the Scion fight, if you don't have access to any type of sword. I would go with a Void rocket launcher if you don't have access to anything. If you do have Raised Lighter but you don't have Dark Drinker, definitely bring Raised Lighter along and you can use that for these Scions. The Arc Sword, though, I would not use if that's the only sword you have. I would use a Void rocket launcher or a machine gun over that. So this first room, you just got to come in, guys. It's really simple. You got to open up your ghost, and then some Cabal guys are going to spawn. Basically just hang back in this little back area where I'm at. None of these ads are overwhelming. Just kind of a few Cabal guys, no mages or anything like that. A few will spawn underneath where you saw me take them out, and then you'll have a couple guys spawn across the other side of the room. Once you clear out that Cabal wave, you are then going to have Scions spawn. To be able to move on, so if you're new to Destiny, you've never done this strike before, with each room we're going into, you will have, after clearing out initial waves of ads, you're going to have these little Scion operats? What's it called? An operant? I don't know, I can't read. So the major Scions, those guys, you need to take them out. Once you take them out, you will be able to move on. I'm going to ignore the last couple Scions that are in the room as I can move on, and I'm not too worried about score. If you are still getting your gold tier medal, I wouldn't worry about them either because you're going to make up a lot of your score during the final part of this strike if you are by yourself. If you have multiple people, then you can pretty much run through this strike in about 5 minutes. So here we go. So we're into the next room, and you're going to have some Cabal fighting some Vex. Take out the Cabal that are down here on this, I don't know, mid-tier level. There's a lower level below me, mid-tier, and then a level above me if you're brand new to Destiny and haven't really done this strike yet. So just take everything out from deep. Again, like I say in every video, take stuff out from as far away as possible. Don't put yourself in a situation to get hit by anything. Once you take out the Cabal, feel free to move up. You're going to have some Vex up here. They're fighting some other Cabal. Again, if you want to hang back and just kind of let them fight if you're not worried about time or you are lower light and you're just trying to get this done, maybe it's your first time doing a Nightfall, then just hang back. You know, if you're super under light, none of these ads are dangerous. There's no Minotaurs or anything like that. Just a couple Goblins, a Huba Glubin, though he can be dangerous if you are under light, and then a couple Cabal there. You can see they're kind of, we're fighting each other. As far as subclasses go, Hunters, I would rock Night Stalker the entire time. Warlocks, I would rock Void Bomb and run the Vampire build, and if you have access to Nothing Manacles, definitely have those on so you get the double scatter grenades, and with Catapult on this week, you guys are just going to be able to spam those suckers. Titans, I would rock Bubble for the boss fight when we're taking out the 3 Scions, though if you do want something offensive up till the Scions, then definitely go for it if you want to do hammers or smash or something like that. But I would make sure to switch back to Bubble a little bit before the boss fight just so you have it for the 3 Psion Flayers. So once you clear out the initial wave, which we just did, we took out our ghosts, so we can open up the next area, you will have a wave of Cabal spawn. There are quite a few of them, and they can be dangerous if you're not paying attention. As this guy jumped up behind me as I'm about to get wrecked, I need a bail here, so just make sure you're paying attention because they can be a little overwhelming if you're in a bad spot, and then they can just kind of team shot you. So hopefully you have Truth, a machine gun, or a Void rocket launcher. You guys, with Void Burn on, you're going to be able to melt through these enemies with your heavies, your super, your nades, whatever it may be. And this area is pretty big, so you can bail back, different areas. And do a little fast forward here. So once you take out the Cabal, just like the previous room we just did, you are then going to have a little Scion wave that spawns. And with that, you're going to have one of those Scion operant guys, or whatever the heck his name is, a little major Scion. And I'm looking for him right now. I'm ignoring the other Scions because I don't really want to waste rockets on them. That's not him. I'm trying to find this dude. He usually comes out of that right door where these guys came from, and then he hops down all the way down low. But I don't know where this cat is. I'm just searching for him. I'm going to fast forward here. Do a quick fast forward. Spent about 30 seconds trying to find this dude. I could not find him. And there he is. We were kind of playing hide and seek there for a second. So that's the guy you need to take out. And once you take him out, you will be able to move on to the next area. I'm going to super fast forward here so you don't have to watch me choke snipes. Once you take out that guy, you'll be able to move on. I'm still on fast forward here. You just keep moving on up. If you're brand new to Destiny and haven't done that strike, just follow your radar, follow your arrow. Once you come up to this next area, you're going to have more Vex, again, fighting Cabal. You will have 2 Minotaurs that are in this room. You can hang back. The Cabal will take them out. More than likely will overpower the Vex. Sometimes the Vex will win. Here's one of the Minotaurs right there. There should be 2. If I remember correctly, yeah, there's the second one. There might be 3. There might be one on the left, right, and middle. I'm not entirely sure because I did do this again on my Warlock after doing it on my Hunter. And when I came up here, there were no Minotaurs, which told me that the Cabal already wiped them out. So there could be an extra Minotaur depending on how quick you are to get up to that area. So just be aware of that. The Minotaurs aren't going to be dangerous because they are going to deal void damage. So once you clear out that wave, you are then going to come up to this next room, pull out your Ghost. Once you do that, you're going to have a Cabal wave spawn. Once you take out this Cabal wave, there are some Vex also. So this Cabal, they're going to spawn up in the near front end of this room. And then after you take them out, really quick and easy, guys, especially if you have Truth, you are then going to have these Vex in this little back area. There will be a Minotaur in here as well. So be careful with the Void Burn. Once you take out all these guys that are like kind of the initial little spawn, you are then going to have another Psion wave spawn, and you will need to take out another one of those major Psions. He will spawn down in the back end of this room. Titans, I would switch to your bubble. Hopefully you already did that about 10 seconds ago, but if not, switch around this time. Once we move into the boss area, we'll be killing quite a few Cabal, and you should be able to get your super back. So once you take that guy out, you are free to move on. So once you kind of clear out those guys, this is when I would switch to a sword if you have one. I'm switching to Dark Drinker, and I'm also switching to a Void Shotgun. I would suggest switching to a shotgun just for this first initial burst. So there's going to be some Cabal in here, but why I'm just shooting them, just hang back, shoot them from distance. This is a big area. So if you've never done this strike before, there's going to be 3 Psions that spawn, and you need to take out those 3 Psions to complete the strike. There's going to be one on the left, one in the middle, and one on the right. Though the Psions, they are kind of fluid and will kind of just move around the room with you. So our goal, your goal should be to take out at least 2 before the rest of the ads get here. That is what I try to do every time. That is what you should be trying to do every time. If you don't get 2, it is going to prolong this strike. It's not the end of the world if you only kill 1 before the ads start to show up. There will be a little ship. If you're totally unfamiliar with this strike, a ship will come to that little middle area. It's not the end of the world, but the goal is to get 2. And since we have checkpoints now, you know, you're not going to get booted to orbit. It ain't year 1 where you'll have to start all over. So try to get 2. So if you have a sword, get that on, pop a pack, make sure you have full heavy. Make sure you have a super. Regardless, Warlocks, Hunters, Titans, have your super. Titans, I would have a Blessings of Light bubble on. And if you do have access to Helm's Same 14, I would put that sucker on. You might be able to clean up all 3 of these Psions before the ads even spawn in. Titans. So what we're going to do is we're going to clear these little explosive boxes. These things can get you killed. And you control when the Psions come in. So if you got to wait for a super, you got to wait for a pack, I would suggest waiting. Once we take out our Ghost up here, the Psions are going to be inbound. Now, if you do die and respawn, then you don't control when they spawn. They're just going to be coming in. There is no letting your Ghost out again. So have full heavy. I would have a shoddy if you do have access just for something else with Void if you do run out of heavy. Once we take out our Ghost, we're on the move. They're going to spawn in. 1 left, 1 middle, 1 right. I like to try to take out the middle one, and then the left and right one, they will kind of flood to this middle area, and then I want to try to take them out as well. So here we go. We're going to use our sword. If you do have a rocket launcher or a machine gun, you're probably only going to be able to take out 1 if that. Here comes the ship, and this was a really bad. I was too slow. That first hit didn't count, so I killed the first guy, and I'm going to bail. I'm going to bail because the ship's coming in and I know I was going to get wrecked. I was a little too slow and that was a pretty sloppy start. I'm going to rewind it real quick. So that was really sloppy. So the goal is to kill this guy as quickly as possible, and I didn't do that. My first sword hit, I was too far away and it didn't count right here. So that was a wasted swing and just a little too slow. So after you kill this guy, you need to find where your next Psion target's going to be. Now, they took a really bad rotation for me. I paused it here so you can see the radar. So one is on my right and one is on my left, but they both went around. Usually you have one of them, if not both. They will gather near the front of the platform. So the way this is paused right now, right in front of me, the area, if I went straight, They usually kind of bunch up right there, and then you can use your Tether Hunters. Then you can use your Void Bomb Warlocks and your Sword, and then Titans, you can pop your bubble, and then try to get that second Scion. Hopefully they don't take a bad rotation. So you would move back this way, and then pop your bubble about right there, like right by the steps, Titans, or Void Bomb Warlocks. Hopefully a Scion gathers right there. The majority of the time, one of them does. They did take a bad rotation. And then you guys try to get that second one before the ship comes in. But the second you start getting hit by that ship, guys, you have to bail because you see all these adds are flooding the area, and that ship will absolutely wreck and fall back to this hallway. And this is going to be where we live and die in this Nightfall, is this hallway. And there's going to be a ton of adds coming. Now, there will be even more adds that come. You know, so you kill a Scion, more adds will spawn. You kill a second Scion, more adds will spawn, and that third wave can be dangerous, and then you will kill the third and final Scion. So if you do kill two Scions worth of adds will spawn. So you're going to be killing a ton of dudes. Regardless, you're going to kill a lot of dudes with each wave because there's so many guys. And you see, they're just going to come into this hallway, and if you need to, bail all the way back out this hallway. So there's a door behind me. They'll come about halfway up the hallway, but they will not follow you all the way to the room that is behind me. And that's all you're doing is you're killing all these adds. They will flood into this area. Use your grenades, use your heavy, use your shotgun, your sniper, your fusion rifle, your primary, whatever it may be. Let them flow in, and then once they're not really flowing in anymore, then you can kind of creep out a little bit. You can, peek your head out this door frame to the right, the platform to my right, and see what adds are left, and then you can kind of work back out into the room. So unfortunately, I only got one Scion. I didn't get two, so that will prolong this strike, but that's perfectly fine. So if you only get one, don't worry about it. It's better to not die and have to keep redoing it to try to get two. I would initially try to get two, and if you die, that's perfectly fine. Just try to get one on the next spawn in, and then just bail back to this hallway, and the strike's just going to take you a little bit longer to do. So you saw me clear out a bunch of Cabal. You can see their bodies everywhere, and now since they're not flooding in the room, this little killing hallway here, then I can creep out the door and take a look. Okay, what adds are left? Okay, there's some adds over there on the platform, trying to get an eye on if I can see any Scions. I didn't see the other two Scions, but now I'm free to move back out into the room because it's not as crowded. There's not as many enemies. So you see there's the Cabal guys that are up on the middle platform. They're going to stay in that general area. They will not push up on you. But be careful. You will have like little intermediate spawns like this where a couple Cabal guys will kind of come out of nowhere. So just don't be too glued in on your primary. Make sure you're popping in and out just so you don't get any Cabal that come up behind you. Again, you can always bail back to the hallway if you get into trouble. So we have two Scions left that we need to kill. Now those Scions, they're going to stay in the front end of the room by the platform. They will not push up on you, so you don't have to worry about that. They will stay in the little general front area of this room. Though what's nice is the Scions will follow you a little bit. So you see how there's little catwalks, that little catwalk right there on the left side of that of the middle platform where all the Cabal are? There's a catwalk on the left and right side. So there's one Scion right there. So you see how they're kind of moving over to the left side? They will follow you. So if you're on the left side or you're on the right side, they will kind of move. Now, same with the adds. So you see how the adds are starting to move a little bit. But again, they're not pushing up on you because those adds, that's their little area down there in the front half. So if I move on this left side of the room, that tells me that the two Scions left. That means one Scion is going to be kind of in that left catwalk area, and then one will just stay in the middle platform area. If I moved over to the right, they would do the same thing. One would kind of be in the general vicinity of that right catwalk area. One would be in the middle platform. Now I have my super, I have heavy. I'm just waiting for the opportunity. I'm going to clear out these adds before moving up to take out a second Scion. I'm going to super fast forward here, guys. All I'm doing is windling down the dangerous adds. Now once you kind of clear out those adds, a new ship will be inbound, so be aware of that. Be prepared. Have heavy, have your super. Be ready to try to take out the second Scion as fast as possible. So I'm on this right side of the room, and I want to be on the right side of the room because I'm closer to that hallway if I do get into trouble. So here we go. A ship's coming in. I see the ship coming in. I got to try to take out my second Scion as quickly as possible. Now, if you did manage to get two Scions before the initial wave of adds came in, you would be spending time right now clearing out even more adds than I already did. Because like I said, with each new Scion you kill, more adds are going to spawn. So after you take out two Scions, you are then going to have kind of, I guess, the third wave of adds. You will have Colossus that will be spawning. The big machine gun guys, Cabal guys, if you're new to this game, they are very dangerous. So you can come back to this room. No ads will push into this room. As I had to go AFK for a second, do a little quick fast forward there. Again, we're doing the same thing, guys. Get back to the hallway. Once the ads are coming in, just get back here and hang out. And they're all going to just flood and funnel into this hallway, our little killing hallway. And you're just spamming your nades, spamming your super, your heavy, rockets, sword, shotgun, sniper, primary, whatever it may be. Warlocks, you're just going to be spamming. If you got the double scatter nades with the vampire build with Void Burn on, man, you're going to have a blast this week. You're just going to be spamming those the entire time in this room. So same thing like we did before. Once you dwindle down the ads and they're not flooding into the hallway, then feel free to creep out and take out these Colossus with this kind of third wave. So after you take out the 2 Psions and you're on the third one, you will have these Colossus that will be spawning with the other ads. And they're very dangerous, so try to take them out as quickly as you can. If you get in any trouble, fall back. Periodically, more ads will kind of come. They'll make their way up to the hallway. Once they kind of see you, I got a couple more ads kind of leaking into the hallway, then back up. Titans, you could pop your little bubble there, an armor bubble or a blessings bubble, if they're flooding into the hallway, and have a sword on and just go ham with your sword if you wanted to. I'm going to do a super duper fast forward here. You're not missing anything, guys. All I'm doing is creeping out, popping a shot or two on the Colossus. More ads are coming and flowing into the hallway. I'm backing up using my nades, super, rockets, sword, shotgun, sniper, primary, whatever it may be. Back way up, back up to that room. Again, ads will not push past that back door frame, so if you're in a lot of trouble, then just go back there. Once it's clear, they're not flooding into this little hallway, move back out, focus on taking out the Colossus. They are very dangerous. So I took out the second one. Now I need to work on taking out the third guy. They are very, very dangerous. At the same time, I'm trying to get an eye on where the third Psion is. And there's some more ads. I'm going to do another little fast forward here, just trying to clear out the path, trying to, make my presence known so the Psion will kind of rotate to the right side. I had to fall back there for a second. Okay, so the ads are clear. We've killed a bazillion Cabal. Let's get a lay of the land. There's our third and final Psion. There are a couple ads left, but they're all in the middle area, so I'm not worried about them. I'm just focused on trying to take out this Psion as quickly as possible. I did switch to rockets to help with that kind of third wave of ads with the Colossus and whatnot, but as you can see, rockets do not eat through these Psion's health like swords can. So here we go. I'm just trying to finish him off. I don't have any special. I have no heavy. I can't pop a pack. My super's gone. I'm just trying to finish him off with my primary. He's almost dead. He's almost there. So again, if you have access to Raise Lighter but not Dark Drinker, use that over Truth at the start to try to take out 1 or 2 of the Psions. And then, I couldn't pop a pack. I was waiting on it, so that's why I didn't switch to a sword. And he's dead. We've done it. You've done it. But like I was saying, Raise Lighter is still going to wreck, guys, regardless. Even though it's not void, it's still going to melt their health way faster than a rocket launcher. Hopefully this video was helpful, and hopefully it helps you get it done this week, guys. It's a very, very easy solo. So again, if you're lower light, get in here and get it done. Don't need them, but hey, I'll take it. It's infusion fuel. Have a good one, guys. See ya.